We have here a small demo room. It's about 45 square meters. And one of the things that is happening now where people are starting to return to the office is the big rooms, such as this one, actually become smaller from a occupancy point of view because there is social distances. You have to maintain a 2 meter between each other and prevent this pandemic to move all the way. So,
hold on. So interesting. So what you're telling me is that this thing brought changes not only to the personal space, where basically people are working in a small corners of sometimes from home, but there is also a change in the large room where people want also to meet, but they cannot fill in the full room. But 100%. Over there also they are sitting
100%. This room,
small.
This room, for example, was catering, or this table can cater for around 10 people sitting around it. We've been doing demos here prior to the pandemic, but now where we have to maintain social distances and there is certain rules by the Israeli government that we have to keep, there has to be a space of 2 meters between everyone in this room. So now, from a 10-seater table, it has become a 5-seater table. This brings a new challenge because I don't want to have a room like this being presented as a zoom out throughout all the time of the call, which is exactly what you can see in the picture-in-picture that is being sent from the camera. I would like that when someone talks, I am being presented in a full screen as though it's a personal device for me.
So what exactly, what cameras, what type of cameras are you using in order to do this? As you can see, guys, I moved during the conversation, I moved to the other corner of the room. And by that, basically, I'm also, releasing the limits of where I'm standing. I can start the call here, then move over there. The camera doesn't really care, and it will frame me.
Yeah, let me show you. So I sat here, I stood up because I want to talk about something that I want to demo on this display. So you asked about which cameras are we operating. So what are we using here? We're using an EagleEye Director II. And as you can see, slowly it will come to me. This is the device. It's a base unit that has an embedded fixed camera that is giving the picture that you see, and 2 cameras that are always tracking the speakers in the room. And we will decide to switch from one speaker to another by 2 parameters. One, we are triangulating the source of sound, and we're making sure that there is a face recognition from where that person is there. And you will see later on in some of the demos where we're using this in other products that we have.
And you can also maybe, the thing is that it's not that every syllable that someone is, firing at, and the camera will not get crazy and try to frame it. You can set it up according to the speed and the nature of the conversation, of the session, and sometimes maybe also the country you're at. Because, for example, in Israel, we are very polite, right?
Yeah.
We never
speak into one another. And I think also think of the following. If we are using it for training, then what we have now here, basically, we've mimicked the behavior of a studio, right? I have 2 cameras. Think of 2 cameramen that are sitting in the studio, and there's someone in the background saying camera 1 and changes the pictures, camera 2 and changes the picture. All this technology has been put into one. But we may decide that we want to do training. So then I want to have cameras facing one against another, because if I am sitting here in a training and here are some students and I'm now transmitting this to the far end, at a point in time, a great student like Nathan may ask a question. What am I going to do there?
So basically what I'm doing here, I'm standing in front of Dan, asking him a question and, talking about the technology. There is questions and there is answers, but it doesn't matter where I stand. Is it in front of Dan? Is it aside to him? Or, there are several students are seated and far away from each other. And to the camera again, because there is a camera behind Dan, it captures me and it seems like I'm looking directly into your eyes, even though I'm standing to the opposite of the camera.
So basically what we can do here, we can cover any room, any size from multiple angles. And if a second ago I told you that I have 2 cameramen in the room and 1 director in the background saying camera 1, camera 2, I just multiply this by 2 because now I have 4 cameras, 2 on this side, 2 in front of me, which are the ones that are taking my picture now, and a second ago took Nathan. So if you need a solution in a large room that you want to always see clearly the people speaking, if you have a classroom or a training that you want to send to the far end, both the teacher and the students or whatever your training there. Having this technology allows you to do that. Two things about it. One, it connects to almost every single one of our codecs that we have today. Plus, it also supports, and this feature as well, on USB. So you can have the first camera connected to a USB to a PC, running Teams, running Zoom, running Google.
So hold on. So you are telling me that with one single USB cable, like I'm connecting a small webcam to my PC or my laptop,
4 cameras and a director.
I can get this experience.
100%.
Wow.